What kind of stuff are they giving you the most trouble about in terms of censorship? Nudity or
like
language?
waking up.
Just getting out of bed in the morning?
They just have it in their minds that they want to hire somebody, but they don't want any communication made. You know, they want to like make you into something. I don't know. It's like, I guess it goes into white homes. They're worried about that a lot.
What did it? Yeah, you know, it's funny. Gwen Barrett, our associate producer, or sometime producer, is black. You know, and Carmen Matias is Hispanic.
You have to be colored to be on television. You can't,
yeah, colored.
Yes, you can't be black. You have to have a little colored in there, just a taste.
Tad.
Yeah, just to keep it interesting to America.
Yeah. Well, she said, and we were talking about your humor, that your humor offends white people, and I'm not that easily offended. Like, I'm not coming from a spot where Richard Pryor is going to offend me. I think you have humor that makes us see a lot of the truth and laugh at things we wouldn't normally laugh at. I think that's part of what you're doing. What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
Hi guys. Oh, let's change the camera back. Hi guys. You ever get tired of people saying that they're tired of listening to politics? You ever get tired of that shit? I know I do. I know I get tired of people saying, well, I don't like politics. When its truth is, you don't like politics that goes against what you actually believe. You ever get people that say politics are tiring? And I know I'm a special type of nutcase where, you know, I find politics in everything, because politics are in everything. But you actually get those people that actually use it for an excuse for not addressing what they may believe that is incorrect, and it's held to a mirror up to, you know, their whole belief set, and they may need to actually change a few things. Well, let's see how our good buddies Abba and Preach actually handle listening to politics. Now, this came out a few weeks ago. It came out in October 4th, around the first or second debate, not first debate, and it was If you haven't seen any of my Abba and Preach videos before, like when I first started watching them, I was kind of feeling them until I heard some of the other points that they make, and yeah, just like these are two guys who basically are, well, they're red pill light. I will say that they're red pill light. Not that far from it, but they still have that moment of, hey, this make this, you know, women bad. But yeah, let's hear this shit. Let's hear what they're talking about.
All right, today's topic. I'm going to be honest with you guys. We cover a lot of political topics, just because it's just.
Hold on, let me turn them down because they actually talk normal speed, or normal to me at least. French. They originally speak in French because they're in Canada. Wow, almost say Canadian. Canadian. Well, let's continue.
Not interesting. I don't. I think maybe it's because it's like American politics, but there's like no nuance involved anymore in political discourse. Everything is like my team versus your team, and you guys do this and you guys do that, and black versus white and poor versus rich, and there's no middle ground for any of this stuff. Jubilee, middle ground, cool.
So here's the thing about it, and this is the fucked up part about it is, in reality, yes, there is a spectrum and there's a gradient, but there is both no middle ground and a complete middle ground. it's the perspective that you want to actually look at shit at. But these guys, don't get this nuance because thinking about shit other than what's right in front of our face is hard. But yet they want so much nuance when it comes to the understanding of what can be eating them. Like, this shit makes no sense to me. But let's continue.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
Listen.
But accurate.
And then I watched the debate, and I feel like the debate and all the screaming over each other, it was like a microcosm of what... You watched the highlights.
Oh, okay. Good.
It was like a microcosm of what the political landscape looks like today. It looked like Twitter conversations. It's unwatchable. And to know that like these people are like some of the next leaders of the free world, it's kind of cringy and embarrassing.
But if you're just reading the highlights, the fucking highlights have been self-selected to be the cringiest shit. Like, am I missing something? Like, the highlights are there to highlight some of the craziest shit that was actually said. That is not a fucking bug. That's a feature. And yes, political discourse does sound like Twitter because, newsflash, the fucking president, up until the president-elect takes over, is a fucking Twitter troll. So of course it's going to sound like a Twitter conversation because it does. Like, why does that sound so surprising to you, man? Well, let's continue.
To know that that's where the political landscape is at. But honestly, that's what YouTube looks like. That's what Twitter looks like. That's what a lot of people's conversation looks like. And I feel like because American politics are so polarizing and everything is so camp versus camp, it just becomes impossible to have conversation. Everything is an echo chamber. You go to right-wing oriented.
Mind you, this is from people who have made videos talking about how, if you haven't watched my video on my channel about this guy says women are bad when the real made a joke about women being better bosses. And like literally because the real said it without even listening to the full video, even though they were playing it, literally acted like the real was just saying men are horrible bosses and shit like that. Like, I don't fucking get it. Like, how are you complaining about somebody being just fucking so partisan and so tribalistic, but you engage in the same shit? I know I engage in tribalism. I know I engage in being somewhat dismissive of conservatives. I know I do it from time to time. But to the point that these motherfuckers are actually acting like, what the fuck, man? But let's continue.
To channels and everything.
Hold on, I turned my volume on my headphones down. There we go.
It's about how the left is a demon. You go to left-wing channels and, everything's about like how right-wingers are potatoes and this and that. It's just hard to be interested in it. There's nothing really much to learn. So for me, that's why I don't cover it anymore. It's just, ugh.
No, let's be honest. The reason why you don't cover it anymore because you're trying not to alienate part of your audience because you actually see your audience as a way of making money. And I get it. You're trying to reach the most broadest audience you can, which, to be fair, smart YouTubers do. I don't know why the fuck I just make the shit for my audience the way I do. Maybe because I'm a masochist and I don't want to grow my channel. Now I do want to grow my channel. Please like and subscribe. Oh shit. Oh god, I'm tired. Anyway, let's go.
It's just exhausting. So that's how I feel about it. At some point, it just gets boring. It gets boring to be like, Antifa did this, and Black Lives Matter did that, and the police union did this, and oh my God, don't you see that Trump is the worst? And Biden's just like, oh my God, this is just too much. We're not going to cover it. All right? We're not going to cover Biden's comments. We're not going to cover Trump having COVID. We're not going to cover none of it. It's done. We're out. We're out the game.
It's almost as if you're doing it because you don't want to seem like you're pushing people away. But let's continue.
All right. We're not interested. Maybe one day. We'll see.
When is it gonna get interesting again?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe it's just because it's elections and they have like,
Nah, it's been like this for months. It's been like this for months.
yeah, but because of the elections.
No, but even before that, I was already getting drained by all this talk.
Yeah, it's not. That's not.
It's just every.
Wait, what? What were you getting drained by, dog? You're not even a fucking American. You're not. The elections is not affecting you directly. How were you getting drained? Again, it seems as if like these motherfuckers are. I have to defend my positions, but I'm not drained with the conversation that I have with people. Like literally, what? Like this seems like a retreat to. I don't want to have to defend my positions, and that's fine if you actually don't want to have to defend your positions and not wanting to say something. I totally get it, but let's continue.
Everything is my team versus your team. It's just like, okay, well then, why are we talking? We already picked a side. Like, why are we talking?
And you don't want to have this conversation.
Yeah, reds are wrong, right? Blues are right. That's what we decided. So why are we talking? Just pick a spokesperson and let's just retweet.
And see, this is one of those things where it's just like, I get it. Like, it's hard to talk to somebody when you have political disagreement. I personally like talking to people that I do have disagreements with. But, you know, it may be a thing with them. But let's continue.
Why are we talking? You think I need 10 different voices to say the same thing about Black Lives Matter? I don't care. Just get one. It's all the same thing.
Straight up. Retweets.
Bruv, if I know one subscriber, like, oh, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm out. I'm just done. What are we talking about?
No, say it. Say it.
No.
Usually the people that have disdain for talking or explaining themselves can't. They can't. And I know that's a fucking hasty generalization, but have you seen somebody who actually believes in their opinion about different policies be able to talk about the policies that they're having? A lot of these guys that I'm tired of politics, they don't know what the fuck to explain. They're just repeating back shit that they think sounds good. But let's continue.
I'm just not interested.
Yeah, it's just too much.
I'm just meh.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
There's not like it's hard to take. Like whenever, and I remember that we had this conversation. I was trying to like, oh, we going to talk about this? Well, what are we going to bring to the table? What angle are we going to bring to the table? And with this that's going on right now, we just can't. We can't bring an angle. And after that, watching the people commenting on that, it's like potatoes over potatoes. And it's not interesting. I'd rather review. We're more able to have a different take and bring something more to the table watching Jubilee videos and watching the cut videos and watching these kinds of channels than watching the politics. It's just not interesting.
Okay, and you know, that's fine. Great. Fuck. It's your channel, do what you do. Do what you do, motherfucker. Do what you do. But, like, to say that it's boring for policies that will affect your life, when you even said at the beginning of the video, these policies will affect your life. Wait, you'd rather watch some idiots on the cut or Jubilee that clearly reflect some of the same values that some of these politicians have. But, you know, it's not gonna sound like it's coming from a genuine place. Fuck, I don't get it. But let's finish this video out.
Because when we watch those kind of videos, I'm talking about the Jubilees, the cuts, and everything and stuff like that, we It's a social study that we're doing.
Wait. Are you saying?
Watching a fucking video and commenting on it is not a fucking social study. I'm sorry, that's not how studies work. That's not how science works. That's not how sociality works. That's it. No. Fuck no. Hell. What? No. Oh God. You are not Professor Aber and Dr. Preach up in here, motherfucker. No. Because you review videos on YouTube? How? Let's continue.
That Jubilee created better discourse than the presidential debate?
Absolutely. That's exactly what the hell I said. And you know how Jubilee is doo-doo.
Bruh, are you complimenting Jubilee right now?
No.
Not. Wow. Wow. Let's just hear that again. He's saying that Jubilee created a better discourse than the presidential debate because the presidential debate was boring. Like, how though? How? Fuck. Let's continue.
I'm dissing the politics. It's not a compliment to Jubilee.
Shit, aren't you embarrassed? Aren't you embarrassed by these conversations? Aren't you embarrassed by the lack of nuance, how everyone's reactionary? Aren't you just embarrassed by everyone just screaming at the top of their lungs and you're a libtard and you're a conservatard and oh my god, you guys are KKK?
There's no opinions, no facts, just insults. This is why I'm not interested.
Like, okay, and I give them that in a lot of American politics there is no facts in a lot of cases. It's a lot of insults. But liberals do try to actually bring the facts. People on the left try to bring the facts. They would try to win the debate on facts versus the feelings, where conservatives, they have nothing but feelings when it comes to what's going on and with policies and a lot of different things. Shit, I'm getting tired. I guess politics are tiring. But let's continue.
It's just man. So yes,
I'm checking out.
It's easier to bring an angle to those videos than watching like a debate or politics. It's just whack.
But if you have a stakes in this election, right? If you feel like your voice needs to be heard, you should be informed. But if you want to opt out, I completely understand why mentally you're like, this is not good for my mental health. Because I'll be honest with you, the people I know who are heavily invested in this political discourse traditionally tell me it makes them feel worse after reading lots of it.
Man, no.
So there's always a balance, and
so this can be very true. We get a lot of the doomers and the burning a bus. Or you get a lot of these people who, when their candidate loses the election, they take that shit hard. And I'm not even faulting them for that. Like, I've been through 2016, so I fucking understand. But a lot of these people are just... It's one of those things where it's just like... I don't know. It's just it's a weird way of actually saying it where politics can be very disheartening, especially when you feel that your position is the majority one, and when it comes to find out that it's not, it can be just very disheartening. But let's continue.
there's always a price to pay, and I'm not mad at people who do want to get invested and want to follow everything because they want to make an informed vote. Do your thing. But for me, my mental health, I can't watch most of it because it's just it's just draining.
The more I watch, I see the schemes and what they trying to do with it, and but you can't talk about none of that because everything is like
and I get what they're trying to say is the more people watch, the more that they see how fucked up and rigged the system actually is. But like people need to actually fucking know that there is some shit going on with our government, our employees. And so yeah, like I get it. Like, and not everybody's cut from the same cloth that I am. But to say it's just boring, sometimes when people say that, I think, not that I have any proof, that they're just saying that they don't understand it and they spaced out. But let's continue.
You're trying to bring a point to someone, and they're just gonna yell at you with some insults. They're like, you know what? I'm not interested with that.
I actually care about what I'm making. You know how easy it would be for us to make money right now doing political stuff?
Absolutely.
Bro, easy cheddar.
Absolutely.
You don't think I don't know that if I came out tomorrow, I'm like, Black Lives Matter is a conflict. You don't think I know how much money I would make right now? But I'm not going to do that because I actually care. But some of this stuff is just ridiculous.
We could be making a video a day, and we have maybe making a video a day.
No, true.
We could go back to that by doing garbage content, but I don't feel like it's not even interesting.
So you gotta respect them for that whole thing of just making content that they want to make. Now, just because their pool of videos that they want to make is so fucking small, and tomato, but I can respect them for that. Yeah, let's just go ahead and let them finish.
You know, one thing is that whenever we make a video, you said that. Whenever we make a video, people are mad, people are happy. As long as I said the truth, I can sleep at night. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't want to engage in that because I'm not interested. It's whack. It's boring.
All right, we've been saying that.
I want to hang myself whenever I see that shit.
Okay, all right. No more depressing talk. So that's our thoughts. If you don't send us any more requests.
Oh god, it's been a long day. For a day off, it's been a long fucking day. But anyway, guys, I do want to thank everybody who's watched tonight. Remember, I'm going to actually cut these videos up and put them on the YouTube's as separate videos. And my Patreons get to see the full unedited version of the show on the Crimson 60620. Let me remember what it is. Because I forgot what my Patreon is directly is. Let's just bring it up. And the link is in the description, but just to help remind you guys, the Crimson 60620 PS4 gaming. You can actually subscribe to my Patreon. Remember, like and subscribe. Hit that follow button on that Facebook or the Facebook or the Twitch channel. Wow, I know I'm getting tired. Or you can hit that like and subscribe on the YouTubes. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for being wonderful, wonderful supporters. And you enjoy the rest of your night. Peace.
What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
Yeah. I'm probably afraid of that because then people don't hate each other. Then people start talking to each other, and then they start talking to each other, they find out who's the problem.
Which is?
Greedy people.
Greedy. I have a couple things I want to ask you there. Do you really think that some of the guys that you dealt with at NBC, no names, right? Because there's lawsuits for that too, that some of these guys really want to promote racism actively, or is it a subconscious?
I just think it's part of capitalism, is to promote racism, you know, right? In order to make things work. If you feel better because you're white and you can get a job, you use that. I mean, you know, I would.
Absolutely.
Say, I'm sorry, Jack, but shit, they say I'm white. I'm going to use this.
Right, absolutely.
Get this job. I'm hungry, you know. But, and that separates people. So they keep people separated, and that keeps them from thinking about the real problem. That's as simple as I see it. Probably it's not that simple, but...
Now, all right, you and I are about the same age, right? We're in our mid-30s. How long is it going to take before guys who think like you, and I say guys who think like me, people who don't want to have racism in the country, people who don't want to be oppressing any minority, whatever it is, sexual, whatever minority, really get into positions of power and can change things.
You can't get in a position of power, it seems, if you think like that. It seems that the only time you get in a position of power is if you're like the people that are in power. To me, I mean, that's the way it goes. I mean, people that get to become executives become like the people that were already executives.
I don't know, maybe...
They go in with good intentions, but it eats them up. It's like a cesspool, you know, it just gets on you and it starts
the system
eating.
levels them.
Pretty soon it's
Is
all
that
gone.
what a cesspool sounds like?
Yes.